of us are moving towards that supreme divinity. It's like the river flowing toward the ocean. If you ask those individual water droplets, where are you going? They may have their own plan and all. They say, no, I don't like ocean and all, I want to go to the desert. But whatever they say, all of them are moving towards the ocean. Similarly, all of us, all beings are moving towards that supreme divinity alone. Whether we move slowly, whether we move in a haste, hurry, all of us are moving towards it. We are moving towards the ultimate state of enlightenment. And how do we know? Because our evolution is nothing but evolution of awareness only. More and more and more we become aware. As our Pujya Gurudev says that there are the different types of human beings and he names them as stone man, plant man, animal man, man, and God man. Stone man means one who is not aware of himself and others around. Then slowly we become aware of the surrounding, we become plant man. Then we become aware of our own little ones and our near and dear ones, we become animal man. When our awareness spreads to a wider range, we become sensitive about the society and the country and the world and all, we become man, we become human being. But when we become aware of my real nature and I become aware of the totality, I become God man. I identify with that divinity. And that is our journey. We are moving towards it. Because God is our Param Dham, Param Cha Dhama. Tvaya Tatam Vishwam Ananta Rupa. He Ananta Rupa, O Lord with infinite form. You have infinite form. You are pervading this entire Vishwa. Tvaya Tatam, this whole Vishwa is Tatam, is pervaded by you. Everything is pervaded by you and you alone. So if we want to touch God, whatever we touch, we are touching God only. If we want to hear God, whatever we are hearing is we are hearing God. So He is pervading the entire. The only thing is one doesn't recognize. Recognition, to recognize God, we need the help of the teacher, we need the help of the scriptures to recognize. And only when we recognize, we will gain that supreme bliss of recognition. So, Vishwamananta Rupa. Further, Arjuna continues. Vayuryamognirvarunasya shankaha Prajapatisvam prapitamahascha Namo namastestu sahasrakritvaha Punascha bhuyopi namo namaste. Arjuna says that all the various expressions of the devatas and the various elements and the various different types of beings are you only. You alone are Vayuhu. You are the Vayu. You are the air which we breathe. Vayuhu. Yamaha, even the Lord of Death, whom we are so scared of, you are Yamaha, you are the Lord of Death. You alone come in the form of death. You alone come in the form of Vayu. Our life, we breathe, we are alive. That is also you. And death is also yourself. See, when one is in tune with God, then there is no fear. Because life is also God and death is also God. Then there is no fear. But when one is not tuned with God, and then we have division that here there is safety, here there is danger. Here there is God, here there is no God. So there is fear, there is all sorts of sorrow and pain one experiences. So here Arjuna says that you alone are Vayuhu, you alone are Yamaha, and you alone are Agnihi, you are the fire. So some devotees or some people, they worship fire as God. That is also Bhagwan only. You are fire. You express as fire. Then you are Varunaha. Varuna is the god of water. Varuna Devata. You yourself are Varuna also. So very different. Bhagwan himself is fire also and water also. Though outwardly the nature of fire and water are different, but essentially both of them are divine. The same divinity is there in both of them. Shashankaha, you are the moon. You yourself are the moon. So, if we don't have what we call, we need not go to a particular temple to visit and to do namaskar to God, we can just look at the moon and remember that moon is also God and do namaskar to the moon. Shashankaha. Shashankaha. So we don't require a particular place and particular thing if we understand who God is. So Shashankaha, Prajapatihi, and you are the Prajapati, the creator. Brahmaji, you are the Brahmaji, the creator of this whole world. That is also yourself only. Prajapatihi. And Tvam Prapitamahascha, and you are the father of that father also. So Brahmaji is considered as Prajapati, as father. But you are his father also, your grandfather. You are the father of the creator also. So even the creator is born from you, exists in you, and again merge back into you. That pure consciousness, in that pure consciousness only arises the cosmic intelligence and that awareness that I can create, and from that comes the entire creation through sankalpa, through imagination. So the entire creation is imagination of this Brahmaji, the cosmic intelligence, and the whole thing is projected. So Prajapati Prapitamahascha. So after addressing Bhagwan as Vayu, Yama, Agni, Varuna, Shashanka, Prajapati and Prapitamaha, Arjuna now does namaskar. See, when we see something very great and something supreme, the only bhava which will come in our heart is that humility and namaskar. Namaskar is the attitude of humility. Namaskar means na mama, that nothing belongs to me, everything is yours. That attitude also, na mama, na mama. Namaskar also is an attitude of surrender, that I am surrendering myself in you. So in Namaskar what we do, we put both our palms together and we bow our head, that we are surrendering to you with all our 5 organs of action and 5 organs of perception, and my mana, buddhi, chitta, hankar, with everything, I am surrendering to you. You are the great Lord. Namaha, namaha, namaskar to you. See, namaskar is a great spiritual sadhana also. So even constantly doing, bringing that bhava of namaskar brings that humility and reduces that ego, and one becomes fit to comprehend that divinity, becomes fit to become one with that divinity. So namaskar is a great sadhana. So Arjuna does namaskar, but he is not satisfied with one namaskar. He says namastestu sahasra krutvaha. 1,000 times namaskar to you, 1,000 times. 1,000 times namaskar to you. Namaskar, namaskar. See, many times we do namaskar and again we want to stand straight like, because झुकना मुश्किल हो जाता है. नहीं? In the good old days, to touch the feet and do namaskar. But because of our, bulging stomach and all, we can't bend so much. So people, they just touch the knee and the paya logo, they say. But some people, they touch the stomach also sometimes. Because they can't bend so much, so stomach is the only thing which they can. So namaskar is like completely bending down with lot of humility. So physically also when we bring that mudra, that attitude comes in our mind. So mind follows the mudra, the posture of our body. Mind and body are very much related. So if we cannot make the mind humble, we should make the body humble. We should bring that posture of humility in the body. Then automatically the mind will follow. Yeah. So this, just like even some emotions. For example, a person is lying down very comfortably. It's a different posture, no? At home and you're lying down. And then somebody does something. Somebody breaks your favorite cup or something. Then you don't lie down like that. You get up like this. Why? Because that is the posture of anger. You cannot get angry lying down like that. You can try. Lying down, then you are not really angry. To get angry, you have to have a different posture. In fact, to fight with someone also, you need to use this finger and all and point it to that fellow. You have done like this and all. So to this, that some distance should be there. Otherwise, that fellow cannot fight. If you are sitting close to each other, it becomes very difficult to fight with that fellow. So if somebody trying to fight with you, you just go and sit close to that person. You'll find very difficult to point finger. So there are certain postures which are tuned with our emotions. So when we have those emotions, those postures come. But when we bring those postures forcefully, then those emotions also come. When we stand in front of the mirror and start doing like this, fist and all, automatically the anger will also come. But if you do namaskar, then that namrata will come. So that is the science of posture, science of mudras also. Various mudras are there, which our Rishi Munis have studied and given to us. So those mudras also help to bring that type of emotions and thoughts in us. Like we have the Chin Mudra, if we want to meditate and all. Then Chin Mudra helps to quieten the mind and help us in focusing our attention on that self. So it helps. So there are various types of mudras. So this is also a mudra, Namaskar Mudra. So we touch both the palms to each other and bow our head, and that is the mudra. Ki Bhagwan, my Namaskar. Hanumanji also, he stands like this. He's the greatest bhakta, greatest jnani, and Bhagwan's avatar only. Shiv Bhagwan's avatar, but he also is like that. Namaskar Mudra. He has come here to do the seva. So he can't be like sitting on, so that Namaskar Mudra is there. So here Arjuna is doing Namaskar. Namaha, Namastestu Sahasra Krutvaha. Thousands of times Namaskar to you. But even thousands of times Namaskar did not satisfy him. So he says, Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste. Again I am doing Namaskar to you. Again my Namaskar to you. Namostu, Namaha, Namaha. See, after seeing the might and glory and the glamour and the vastness of Ishvara, Arjuna, then he had no other expression which came from him except that Namaskar. See, to bring that humility, we should become aware of the greatness. In fact, pride is a sign that a person is not aware of God. Pride is a sign that we are buddhu. We are not aware that of the greatness of the Lord, that comes out in the form of pride. Pride means I am great. And namaskar means you are great. You means God is great. Not namaskar to the worldly people and all. Huh? God is great. That is called namaskar. And I am great, that is called pride. So pride and namaskar are opposite to each other. They don't go together. So those who are very much proud, it becomes very difficult for them to do namaskar even to Bhagwan. So they will just say hi and go away. So namo namastestu sahasrakritvaha punascha bhuyopi namo namaste. But still Arjuna was not satisfied with his namaskar. He wanted to do more namaskar. He says, Nama purastadata prishthataste Namostu te sarvata eva sarva Ananta viryamita vikramastvam Sarvam samapnoshi tatosi sarvaha. Namaha purastat. My namaskar to you from front. I am doing namaskar to you from front. But what about behind? So my namaskar to you from behind also. See, there is, as far as we are concerned, there is something called front, something behind and all. But as far as Bhagwan is concerned, everything is front only. What can you say behind? There's nothing behind. Everything, therefore it was said that Bhagwan has got Vishvato Mukham. His Mukha is everywhere. He's looking at us from every direction. So there is no back. So from every side, my namaskar. So namaha purastad atha prushtataste namaha. So from behind also my namaskar. But what about other direction? He says this, namostu te sarvata eva sarva. Namaskar from every side, from every direction, from up, from down, from side, from everywhere, my namaskar to you, my namaskar to you. And there is a great joy actually. Namaskar doesn't mean that one is very sad and this, what to do, I have to do namaskar. Not like that. When one has got love for God and one understands his divinity, even to do namaskar, there is great joy. There is great joy in the expression of namaskar. It's like a child wants to just sit in the lap of the mother. It's like namaskar of the child. He just goes there and surrenders to the mother. So similarly, a devotee surrenders to God. He wants to just sit in the lap of God as though. So that is, namaskar also is a great sense of joy, because there the ego gets totally annihilated. Ego gets dissolved. In namaskar, in pure namaskar, the ego gets dissolved. And that is what in the mantras also, like Om Namah Shivaya we say, that Namaha is like my namaskar to that Shiva, that pure consciousness, that which is pure auspiciousness. Namaskar to you means my surrender to you, I dissolve into you. I don't exist as a separate entity. You alone are there. So here Arjuna says, my namaskar to you from every side. Namostu te sarvata eva sarva. Hey sarva, you are everyone, everything, and my namaskar to you from every side. Ananta viryam, virya amita vikramaha tvam. You have ananta virya, infinite power, Virya means power. And Amita Vikramaha, and your infinite expression of that power is called Vikrama. See, some people might have power, but they might not express it. One is to have power, and another is that expression of that power. So, Virya is power, and Vikrama is the expression of power. So, you are not only infinitely powerful, but you have infinite prowess or expression of that power. Amita Vikramaha Tvam. So all this entire creation is an expression of your power only. Each and every object of this world is immensely beautiful and powerful. Even a tiny little ant is such a miracle and such a power. One cannot, with all our understanding and all, we can't create an ant.